Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about the top 5 best tillers. Starting at number 5. BLACK+DECKER 20V Max. While reviewers admit this tiller isn't powerful enough to break through new ground, they do say it's ideal for mixing up soil in their flower beds. I have 200 sq feet of 4x4 raised beds, and this is perfect for turning over the soil in the whole box or just a space between plants, says one reviewer. Another, who calls this a kitchen mixing machine for the soil, says it's not a rototiller, it instead is great for breaking up soil in one spot, like if you want to plant something like a rose bush and you need to break up the soil and/or mix in soil amendments. Another compares it to an egg beater because it loosens dirt adequately to about a 4-inch depth and keeps me off my aging knees. The fact that it's cordless keeps this tiller lightweight and easy to operate too. Reviewers say batteries last between 30 minutes and an hour, enough for these smaller projects, though one reports that one charge made it for 2+ thorough passes of a 15x 3 feet space. For more information and latest price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. At number 4. Sunjo TJ600 3/16-inch. This thing really is the little rototiller that could, one reviewer writes of this Sunjo machine. We have very heavy clay soil that is full of rock stones and roots ranging from pencil thickness to several inches in diameter. This bad boy took it all on, no problem. It simply chucks the rocks out of the way. And though it looks like a toy, one reviewer swears, this machine is a beast. I tilled up 100 square feet of rock-hard ground that is a clay and river cobble mixture to a depth of 6 to 8 inches in short order. Many say this is also the ideal tiller for a small garden. My vegetable garden is about 20 by 35, it is a perfect tiller for something around that size, one says, while another used it to till their 360 square foot garden area in an hour or less. And while many reviewers prefer electric tillers to gas ones because they don't require multiple cranks to start up and you don't have to fuss with mixing gas and oil to fuel it, one downside is needing to plug in with a cord. However, it's not a deal breaker. As one reviewer explains, the cord is a pain, but I have found a way to control it and don't have to worry about having enough gas in the gas cans. Halfway of my listed number 3. Sunjo TJ600 4/16-inch. This Sunjo electric garden tiller is nearly the same as the one previously mentioned, but it's got a slightly more powerful motor with 13.5 amps rather than 12. And according to one reviewer, no regrets paying more for the 13.5 amp motor. They describe it as a beast, explaining, "My backyard had a mulched area that was kept in disarray by the previous owner. I wanted to get rid of the iris, weed and other undesirable plants. This tiller shredded the area, pulling out the weed and the roots." Others agree that the extra power gets any size job done. "I tilled ground that was clay and compacted with rocks, buried pieces of wood, fabric pieces decomposing, beer bottles," one writes, adding, "The tiller cut through this like butter." Another says, "I did an area of about 40x25 in no time on our first nice day, and it never lacked for power. And even though it packs a punch, it is still easy to handle," according to more than a quarter of reviewers. One reports it handles as easily as a vacuum cleaner, albeit more bouncy. One word of warning, since this tiller is not cordless. You'll need at least a 14 gauge extension cord, long runs over 50 feet will need 12 gauge, which isn't cheap, but nice cables to have anyways. Coming in at number 2. Earthwise TC70000 25 7.5-inch. I didn't have high expectations for this product considering its low price, it being electric, and the toughness of the dirt where I live, writes one reviewer, but their fears were eased once this tiller arrived. As soon as I pressed a power button, this thing took off like a rocket. I live in North Georgia, right at the North Carolina line, and our soil here isn't all that friendly when it comes to landscaping or digging because of the thick red clay and large natural stones. This tiller dug in without any issue. And much like our best rated tiller, this one from Earthwise also gets a lot of praise for its smaller size, especially for those with small gardens or flower beds. Used this to till for a 20x20 foot wildflower plot, one reviewer writes. Did a great job of cutting through the fairly thin turf and the clay soil, tilling down a few inches. Another says it was very easy to put together and has just the right amount of power needed in a flower bed. And one says there is enough power to even work through the hard clay we have. The flip side, however, is that it takes more passes than a full-size tiller because it is small, but overall I still think it was easier because it is just so easy to use. And number 1. Earthwise TC 70000 16-16-inch. More than 40% of reviewers described this electric garden tiller as powerful. One reviewer, who used this on a flower bed that hadn't been tended to in decade, said, "It powered through everything. The roots of old rosemary shrubs, weed stems, larger chunks of old mulch. It ground them all up and dug deep into the dirt and mixed it all up nice." Another reviewer, working with hard clay soil, writes, "It practically cut through concrete and was able to go to a depth of 6 to 8. But reviewers with soft soil like it too. The soil itself was fairly soft and unchallenging, but even at that, I was shocked at how quickly this tiller busted it up into a surprisingly fluffy soil." Many also say it's easy to operate and appreciate that it comes almost completely assembled. Plus, it's electric, which is a huge selling point for many. Unlike my gas ones though, it's easy to turn it off, and it actually starts right back up again, doesn't stink, and you don't run out of gas halfway through. So far has made short, albeit back-breaking, work of tilling up my garden, explains one reviewer. The only fear one reviewer has is that it almost has too much power, so you have to be careful when you hit a rock or thick root, as you can break a tine or overheat the motor, but the quick release stop works great. For more information and latest price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you found it helpful. Please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any question, you can leave a comment below